Hello, my name is Sekit. We are playing all the Magic Arcana, and I have been digging out a basement in our little shack here. I'm putting some walls in, except for here. I don't want a wall there. I want something else. We are going to go ahead and make some storage drawers. We're gonna, because it is storage drawers. It's not functional storage. We're out here just like old times. We're gonna make 8 of the 1x1, and we're gonna want one more worth of those, so another 4 chests. There we have it. Now, if you've never seen storage drawers, or its spiritual successor, functional storage, these things hold a lot of one thing. Now, these dark oak drawers hold slightly less of 4 things, and 1 thing per drawer. They look nice, and you end up with stuff like dirt that you end up with a lot of, cobblestone you end up with a lot of. Now, you can see it in Whaler, Jade, or whatever it is we have up there telling us what we're looking at. We will need to make an upgrade to give a label so we can just read it. That's okay. It's not that expensive, and these will be nice to have. Alright, I've moved all the stuff downstairs. We got a proper basement. We have, once again, completed a number of quests just kind of by existing and Minecrafting. Let's see, what are we? Okay, B upgrade. Fancy tree. We already got some of this wood. A little bit of iron I'm not complaining about. Productive Trees Handbook. This ought to be enough Inferium to make our first seed, huh? Yeah. I'm moving off the other direction from the base, and there's definitely something out here. There's also this sweet ravine, which might have a lot of ore, but I want to try to get on the other side and see what that is. I don't know if it's dangerous, so I'm going to assume it probably is. Let's see. It's a little bit of deep slate, candles. Altar of the Dead block. Visit an altar of the dead. Well, we visited an altar of the dead. Okay. Nothing horrible happened immediately, I don't think. I just saw a bee jump in here. You can pick these right up. The bee will stay in them. We're going to want to collect them as we see them. Yeah, there's some of the new Minecraft dogs out here. That's cool. This will have some useful things in it. We're up here by the top. We're going to need to break some of these blocks anyway. And one of the many useful things here are the bookshelves. This is trapped if you've never seen it before. Open the chest, dynamite goes boom. A lot of times they're like silverfish. Ruin your day. But it's often these. Oh, a bow. Delightful. And we get... Okay. Alright. Steal the rest of this stuff. The structure is from Apotheosis, and among other things, Apotheosis, you can find gear with sockets that you can put these gems in. You can also make a socket and attach it to gear. We'll want to pick up... I don't know what the... These don't seem to do anything, the rubies. I don't know... what was I saying? I don't know how common the Apotheosis stuff is to find in this pack. It's usually pretty common, but for the time being, we'll just grab those gems whenever we see them. Here's something we definitely need. A little bit of lava. There's an archwood forest up here. We definitely need some of the archwood saplings. Oh, big hole here too. There's some kind of... It's probably a jukebox, right? Or maybe it's something to do with all of this. Maybe we ought to get out of here. That wasn't normal. Alright. We'll have to be careful. Yeah, it's something about that. Something about that area. These guys here should be friendly. Yeah. We'll be able to summon them eventually. And more of those big birds. Amphitheres. Let's see if we can grab some bamboo and some jungle saplings. I'm sure this is fine. Nothing bad can possibly come of this, right? Oh wait, this might be fine. This is an old gateway from Ars Nouveau. Let's see. Warp scrolls. Pretty cool. We're gonna leave it for now. We can zotch back. Last episode, we managed to pick up a couple of villagers. I don't know where I have them. There they are. And this time, we're going to put them to work. Now, the first thing we're going to want is a breeder, which, as you may expect, will get us more villagers. We'll have to give it food. We're also going to want an iron farm, which, add a villager, get a little bit of iron every so often. We're just going to pop both of these right up here. We're going to grab our villagers, pop them inside, and I have a little bit of... Is that a spider? Did I hear a spider? I don't know. I have a little farm going out here. We could throw some potatoes in there or something. Not much so far, but we're getting started. I did get a roof put on. That's more of the architect's cutter blocks. That's, oak wood stairs. They look nice. Oh, finally. You'll see this plant in the world. You can get flax seeds from it. And from the flax, you can get flax string, which you can use in place of string for just about every recipe that uses string. There's a GUI for most of these. In this case, this one only outputs. That's not enough food, but we'll have enough soon. Then we'll get a little baby. When we have the little baby, we will want to turn it into an adult. They don't really do that in the blocks. Most of them. There is a block, however, that does exactly that. It is the incubator. Pretty easy to make. That's just wool, iron, and glass pane. You can pipe in and out of all of these. We have create pipes, which I'm not really ready to deal with yet. But if we do decide to automate this stuff, we can also just use hoppers, and that's fine. That's why I put it up there this high, actually, is an expectation of doing that. We'll have hoppers and some inventories. Okay, we finally got a baby. And just plop him right in there. And you can pipe into the top of these, too. We could actually have a little chain going where it's just like a farmer giving potatoes. These guys churning out babies. We'll need some more iron to get the hoppers together, but that'll come soon. Now it's a blood moon out again, so I can't, conveniently go out and strip a bunch of wood. So we're going to make a cutting board from Farmer's Delight. And what you can do is you can hold what you want to strip in your offhand and put your axe in the main hand and just hold down right click and you get some wood, you get some stripped wood, you get some bark. It's very fancy. Okay, looks like our villager's all grown up. Yeah. Now we can just toss them in here and about every 4 minutes or so a little iron golem will appear in there. You'll hear it die and then you'll get some iron and perhaps a poppy. It's not a whole lot very fast, but it's, it'll be a trickle of it as we're, working around and getting animals and crops and all that together. Now, I came back here to the Ars Nouveau portal, picked up these codex entries. We don't have a spell book yet. We'll be able to get one soon with all that iron, but when we get one, we'll have access to all 4 of those glyphs. And that will, that will make much more sense when we get the spell book if you've never seen Ars Nouveau. But basically, you combine glyphs to get different magic effects, and we'll be taking massive advantage of that. Look at this thing. I saw this from a distance. I think it's just that same kind of tree that we horked before. Yeah, struck logs. I came back out here. It's almost nighttime already. I wanted to see if we could grab a tree from Hexaray. There's one spawn in the swamp. There's another you find around, I think, in forests. There's one in jungle. That's the mahogany from Hexaray, and it's a nice looking wood. Also, there are some things we can use it for. Assuming we can get it out of here. There's some right up there. And it is my fond hope. Let's see, yeah. We should get a few saplings here. Very nice. Delightful. Let's head home. See how we're doing here. Yeah. A little bit at a time. It's fine. It's, a lot more iron than we had before, so I'm not complaining about it. And again, just by virtue of kind of early gaming our way along, we have completed a bunch more quests, gotten a bunch more stuff. What do we have? Okay, Unbreaking 3. Everybody likes golden apples. We got a watering can, some soul lanterns. Alright, not bad. Now we do want to get into mystical agriculture as soon as possible. And the first step there will be these seeds. These grow this, and it'll be delightful. What we want to do, come back here. My goodness. What we want to do is, this is a tier 1 seed. This is our tier 1 essence. At least I think that's the way it works. I'm just going to right click that in there. Put that on there. Is Prudentium tier 1? We may need to use Prudentium. That should be the second tier. Should be fine. You can plant the seed in normal farmland, but if you match the essence and right click the farmland to the tier of the seed, there's a better chance you'll get a seed as an output when the crop is grown and you harvest it. We are going to want at least one field of this stuff just to start. And I think that's actually going to do it for this time. We got a good amount of things done. Getting a pretty good start on things. So thanks for watching. Probably next time we may even start on mine colonies. And see you then. Bye-bye.